Good morning from Emeryville, California, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be riding Train 11, the Southbound Coast Starlight to Los Angeles. When I was riding the Coast Starlight, wildfires in Northern California were impacting the route of the Coast Starlight. Because of these fires, today's train was only running between Sacramento and Los Angeles. Because the Coast Starlight was no longer an overnight train, many of the sleepers were quite empty. Today's train is pulled by two General Electric P42 diesel-electric locomotives. The Coast Starlight runs on a fleet of Superliner cars, which are double-decker cars built in the 1900s. These cars were built in two rounds. The first batch Superliner 1 cars were built by Pullman, and the second batch Superliner 2 cars by Bombardier. Our first station following Emeryville is Oakland's Jack London Square. After departing Emeryville, our car attendant gave us a little orientation of our room. We were also told, surprisingly, that breakfast was still being offered in the dining car. Amtrak's traditional dining service, which includes freshly prepared meals and table service, recently returned to some premier long-distance trains. I was excited to be on board to try some of the food. Dining on board Amtrak is complimentary for all sleeping car passengers. Currently, coach passengers are not allowed in the dining car. Reservations are required for lunch and dinner, and a sleeping car attendant will usually come around asking for what times you would like to be seated. Because of today's light load in the sleepers, only half of the dining car was being used. However, the service was still great. I ordered the railroad French toast. You can ask for any sides such as sausage or bacon if you would like. It is customary to tip the lounge car attendant, dining car staff, and your sleeping car attendant. Do not tip the conductors. Make sure to bring plenty of 5s, 10s, and 1s on your trip so you can tip accordingly. Let's take a look at our room on board the Coast Starlight today, the bedroom suite. The bedroom suite consists of two regular bedrooms interconnected by a sliding door. Let's take a look at rooms B and C. Each door has its own lock, but can be only locked from the outside. Each door also has a curtain for your privacy. After entering the room, you will find a small vanity with a mirror light, and an outlet. There's also a sink, which offers great water pressure as well as soap. A trash bin is located in the cabinet underneath. As you can see, the open door creates a massive room, joining the two bedrooms together. Each Superliner car consists of 5 bedrooms, 4 of which can be joined together, rooms E and D as well as rooms B and C. The door can be locked and opened by the sleeping car attendant. Just note the partition is quite thin, and you can easily hear conversations in the other room. As you can see, the adjoining bedroom is an exact replica. Above the sink, there is a small cabinet with extra towels and paper products. A small closet is located next to a larger sofa. The sofa can be reclined or laid fully flat for rest. Each seat head consists of a variety of controls. Here we have an attendant call button, room lighting control, volume control, which only works sometimes, and a reading light. An air vent can be controlled from the ceiling, but usually isn't very effective. On the other end, you have an outlet, reading light, and temperature control that never seems to work. There's also a fold-out table in between the sofa and chair. The chair across from the sofa can be raised in order to create extra space. Pillows and blankets are provided for free on board Amtrak. Each bedroom consists of a shower-toilet combination. I suggest using one as a toilet and one as a shower since you get 2 restrooms. However, I almost always use the downstairs shower as it is larger. There are towels as well as a toilet paper cover inside each room. Controls for the shower are self-explanatory. Just make sure to press the right button when flushing, which usually takes a second. The headrest controls are the exact same on the other end of the room. The upper bunk in the bedroom can be lowered as such. Up here you will find a ladder, the lower bunk mattress, and a reading light. Unlike in the roomette, you sleep perpendicular to the tracks, meaning there's less of a curve and more headroom up top. There's also space to store baggage up top. All in all, it's a massive room with tons of space to spread out, and the door can be closed in between for your convenience if you want some privacy. Just note, in a bigger room, rattles and squeaks during the journey are more common. You can stuff towels in between the door, but make sure to bring some duct tape to stop rattles. We are currently approaching San Jose, California, and passing by the Caltrain maintenance facilities. In our room, we were also provided with a menu and safety card. Make sure to download or print out a timetable so you can keep track of your train even in areas with no reception. Note, there is no Wi-Fi on board most of Amtrak's long-distance trains. Bottles of water are also included as well as extras downstairs. Let's take a look at the rest of the Superliner. As you can see, there are 5 bedrooms. Also on the upper level, down the hall, there are 10 roomettes. One of these roomettes is usually occupied by the sleeping car attendant. In the seat in the car, you can also find coffee available in the morning. Here's a quick look at the dining car. This is the observation and lounge car. Here, all passengers, coach or sleeper, can enjoy the vistas from large picture windows. On the bottom level of the lounge car, there is a cafe where passengers can pay for snacks. These snacks are not included in the price of the sleeper ticket. There are also many seating areas and a restroom. Our next stop following San Jose will be Salinas, California. Now let's take a look at the bottom level of the Superliner sleeping car. There are 4 more roomettes and a family bedroom on the bottom level of a normal Superliner sleeper. Here you can store larger bags that will not fit in your rooms. There's also a water dispenser, but I recommend just using the bottled water instead. Here in the center of the car is the vestibule. This is one of my favorite places to have some privacy and have an opportunity to look out both sides of the train at the same time. On the other end, there are 3 restrooms, 1 shower, and 1 accessible roomette. Let's take a look at the regular public shower. Inside of the shower, there are towels and soap provided. As you can see, the shower is much larger than the ones in the bedroom. Make sure to bring some waterproof shoes such as sandals or flip-flops for showering on board the train. Now let's take a look at one of the restrooms. Inside the restrooms, you will find toilet paper, toilet seat covers, cups, and paper towels. The toilet flush system is pretty similar. There's also a sink just like in the bedroom. Soap is also provided, and air fresheners can be provided by your car attendant. There's also a changing table for your convenience. Because our train originated in Sacramento, we were pretty much running on time for the entire trip and were early to many of the stops. This allowed for much longer fresh air breaks. At certain stops, such as in Salinas, there are crew changes where the conductors and engineers switch out. Here, passengers can get off to get some fresh air, walk around, or smoke if they wish. Salinas is also the birthplace of the famous author John Steinbeck. One of the best parts about riding Amtrak is that you can get off and step foot in so many states around the entire country. It's a great way to get some fresh air and get a feel for the city that you are in. Another interesting fact is our train at the George M. Pullman sleeping car, which was the last Superliner 1 sleeping car built by Pullman standard. An interesting fact I wanted to share was that the Superliner 1 sleeping cars actually look newer than the Superliner 2 cars. This is because the Superliner 1 cars were refurbished with this new wooden interior. As we approach Paso Robles and San Luis Obispo, it is lunchtime. Let's head over to the dining car. For lunch, I ordered the classic Angus burger. Let's talk a little about the consist of today's train. Following the engines, there's a baggage car, followed by the transition sleeper, where crew members sleep. After that is a business class car, then 2 sleepers, followed by the dining car, the observation lounge car, and 2 coaches. We are now approaching San Luis Obispo, California. San Luis Obispo is the northern terminus for the Pacific Surfliner trains that run between San Diego, Los Angeles, and San Luis Obispo. We arrive in San Luis Obispo 24 minutes early because of the padding built into the schedule. Padding is purposely built time into the schedule, which allows trains that are running late to stop for shorter amounts of time in order to catch back up. We also met up with the northbound Coast Starlight. As we approach the California Coastline, you can see parts of Vandenberg Space Force Base. Just note that the ocean will be on the right side of the train when traveling south and the left side of the train when traveling north. We will follow the rugged Pacific coastline through Santa Barbara all the way to Ventura. Let's take a quick look at the accessible roomette. The accessible roomette is available for passengers with disabilities to book. This room is located on the lower level of the car. This room offers views outside of both sides of the train. The concept on the left side is similar to a regular roomette, but on the right side there is a much larger restroom and sink. For dinner on the Coast Starlight, it is served much earlier to prepare for arrival into Los Angeles. Amtrak's new 3-course traditional dining dinner menu offers selections such as steak, salmon, and lobster crab cake. As we approach Los Angeles, we catch sight of Metrolink, the commuter rail system within the LA and San Diego areas. There is a wonderful sense of calmness and peace as darkness arises over the train. The sound of the train and the rails truly make this a wonderful experience. In Simi Valley, California, passengers are only allowed to detrain here and cannot board and ride the train to Los Angeles. One of our final stops before arriving in Los Angeles is Van Nuys, California. Let's take a quick look at Bedroom A. Bedroom A is special because it cannot be joined with any of the other bedrooms, meaning it is more private. However, it is smaller than the other rooms because the bathroom faces in the other direction. As we approach Los Angeles Union Station, we catch sight of the LA Metro system. As this video comes to a close, I want to thank you for watching today, and I hope this video has showed you how important Amtrak is to our country. Please consider subscribing for future railroad content, and please take the time to write to your representatives and senators and ask them about increasing Amtrak service around our country. We arrive into Los Angeles Union Station 31 minutes early, ending a wonderful trip down the California coast. Once again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. It truly means a lot to me. I look forward to seeing you on board future videos on board trains within the United States. Thank you.